Hey, everybody, good morning on a Wednesday morning from the studios of Grand Forks Best Source. It's a small business spotlight on your Berkshire Hathaway bi-weekly podcast. Standing by, we've got realty expert Adam Helgeson and a guest. We'll talk with him right after this.
Real estate can feel a lot like this, but you should expect more when you're buying or selling a home. You should feel taken care of by someone who can turn jitters into someone with the tools and knowledge to help you find the one. Or sell yours.
We'll take it.
Someone who can make real estate feel less like that and more like this. That's Home Services. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services.
All right, and we are back along with our realty expert Adam Helgeson. How you doing, man?
Outstanding as usual.
Seems like it's been forever since you've been in here.
Time flies when you miss me.
Yeah, or something like that. How have you been?
The opposite. Time flies when you're having fun. It goes slow when you miss me. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's why it seems like 8 years.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's it.
What's new?
Nothing.
Got your fancy golf shirt on?
Yeah, today's a Realtor Golf Scramble. So.
Oh, I thought you were banned from those.
No.
I had to do that.
Someone didn't get their way.
Yeah.
But so I have Small Town Business Spotlight. I brought my spare wife with me.
You what?
I brought my spare wife.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Casey Norby.
Oh, yeah. Spare wife.
Spare wife contractors, right?
There you go. All right.
So,
A little round of applause for that.
yes. No, I like to spotlight small businesses.
Yes,
and, Casey does awesome work.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
Tell us about what you do.
I'm a general contractor.
So pretty much
Here in
generally
Grand Forks.
everything.
I'm literally everything. If I don't want to do it, simply because I don't, if I'm going to drywall a whole room, I don't want to do it on my own.
Right,
And I don't want employees right now. So I will sub it out.
Sure.
If it's not something in my wheelhouse, I have people. So
What's one of your favorite jobs? If somebody says, this is what I would like done, what do you want to hear? What are you hoping to hear when somebody calls you?
finishing, like finishing trim. Like
yes,
really
that used
tedious.
to be my least favorite.
Oh my gosh, it's so satisfying.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
satisfying.
It is. I mean, I have to agree. You
Yeah,
know,
something. Yeah.
And you got to get the angles right. Everyone just cuts
Right,
at 45, and not every corner's a 90.
No.
You know what I mean? And
Yep.
you can.
Very rare are they a 90.
Right, and I will tell you this. I live in a log house, so the trim is all just butt joints, and it's my kind of trim work. I put all new windows in. I actually did all the trim work myself.
Yeah.
How about that?
Go.
Just a straight cut. Loved it. It was good.
No, I mean, one of the reasons I wanted to have Casey on today is go through a lot of houses. And a lot of people like to, put their own touch, put their own spin on it, do stuff. And I see a lot of do-it-yourself jobs where they shouldn't do it themselves.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, you're spending money for this flooring, for this, and it's not done correctly. You're just throwing that money away, right? The money you save by not hiring someone to do it, you waste by doing it shitty.
Yeah.
So I had one guy, he won't care if I bring him up, but he flipped a house and he wanted me to sell it. I walk in, he had 8 different types of flooring on the main level.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I swear he just bought whatever the hell was on sale, and like this one was going this direction, the next room was going this direction, and then covered up the original hardwood with some cheap vinyl. And I'm just like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, you wasted. I'm like, you wasted probably $4,000. He's like, what? Like, yeah. Next
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
hit me up before you do the work. I can
Right.
tell you what to spend money on and what not to, but. Casey's probably also good at that. So
Yeah. I even, I started kind of on consulting to kind of piggyback off that. Not everyone can hire a contractor.
No, right.
It's just not in the budget. Owning a home is expensive.
Yep.
And if they don't update homes, the home just sits like that and gets worn, and then you run into an issue when you do go to sell. And
Yeah.
you
Yep.
have a long list of things that need to be taken care of.
yeah.
So I definitely, if a homeowner does want to do it themselves, I actually will go in, bill them an hour of my time, and I will teach them.
Sure. Oh, now, yeah.
And then, as it goes along, as the project progresses, I'll swing back in and say, you're doing this great, you're doing this wrong, this is what needs to be solved. I did a basement drywall situation like that not that long ago, and it turned out great.
Wow.
And they're happy with it, and
because
it's affordable that way.
There are people that can do it. A lot of people's problems is having the right tools and listening.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, now with Google and all of this stuff, you can just how to lay down sheetrock,
YouTube contractors.
Exactly, exactly. The nice thing about having a professional like you, though, is you've done it a million times, and you know the shortcuts and the tricks and all the hints. And
100%.
Because if you're doing it their way, it might take you a lot longer than it normally
Homeowner
does.
might take a week where you can do it in a day.
Oh,
Right.
for sure. Yeah.
In fact, we've got a text couple, Al, watching. Claire says, spare wife is the best. Nice. There we go. How about that?
The best.
Yeah.
Yeah, the biggest thing, too, is I see with flooring, a lot of people like this clip-together flooring, but they don't know how to go around, like, the door jams. So, the door jam curves, and then just square it out, and you can see the old floor underneath. And
Yep.
like, well, the old floor was ugly, too.
Yeah.
But
Right.
this doesn't look that nice either, the way you did it. So,
And the fact, when you put in flooring, a lot of times you have to take the baseboard off because we're
Yep.
talking different
Yeah.
heights.
Yeah.
I mean, then your wall is all screwed up. You got to fix that. There's so much more than just laying a new floor down than people really put into it.
How long have you been doing what you're doing?
Oh, long story short, when I was a kid, we as a family tripled the size of our home
Okay.
over about 5 years, so from 10 to 15-ish. And we did it all on our own.
Yep.
And that's kind of when my interest in all this kind of started.
Kind of got the bug.
Yep. From there, I went to school for child development.
Okay.
Ran a daycare and home for a little while.
Okay.
Realized I hated kids. I mean, not hate that. I say that loosely. I actually have 5.
Well, you're
kids
not
of my
called
own.
spare mom. You're called spare wife.
So it just kind of transformed when I had my last child. I went and worked for a different contractor here in town to do office work for him because I was familiar with the field. While building stuff in my garage, refinishing cabinets, stuff like that on the side. And then I jumped on the job site one day and I never left. I had a neck surgery in February and I had a lot of time to sit around and think.
Yeah, I've been there too. That was going to be my next question. How long you been doing this, and has it caught up to you yet? Because I did the same thing too for a while, and I've had the neck surgeries, 2 back surgeries, a ton of knee surgeries, but it catches up to you.
It's not,
and pretty soon you're 59 and you can't hardly walk.
Yeah, I know. I don't even want to think about that. I had an elbow in November. Did a neck in February.
Yep.
A lot of sitting around time.
Yep.
I decided that I wanted to go out on my own and just see where it takes me. I have, like I said, I have 5 kids, and they are so supportive. Spare Wife was born at a hockey tournament one weekend, actually.
So they're hockey players.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I love that. A little more applause. Now, are they old enough to help?
My oldest 2 are. Help is a loose term.
Yeah. They could possibly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do bring one of them once a week to come because I think they're very important skills for them to learn.
Absolutely.
And they, we built a tree house at our cabin, and they learned a lot doing that. And by tree house, it's a 8x8 with 12-foot vaulted ceilings.
Wow.
It's a mini cabin, essentially.
Yeah. It's a tree condo.
Yeah. Up in the trees, and it's doubling as a deer stand.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So
perfect. That's
so
awesome,
they're definitely
man.
learning a lot. It's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Wow.
it makes me think I saw a video, and it was this wife, and she's like, so I try to help my husband. And answer me this. If he asked you to go to the toolbox and get a square, what would you look for? It turns out a square is a triangle.
Apparently, you never had a dad like I did, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Go get me this, and you what the?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
This isn't what I wanted.
No, a square is a triangle. Who'd have thunk it?
A quick funny story. When I was growing up on the farm, I was out riding four-wheeler, and I saw my dad across the field waving his hand. So I shot at the four-wheeler, and he says, "Get me a pickle," like yelling across the field. I'm like, okay. So I drive back up to the house, come back with a pickle napped in a napkin. He's like, "What the hell is this?" I said, "Go get the pickup." Not what I heard.
Sign language.
You were supposed to just know.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you mean a pickup? You can't eat the pickup. Jeez, that's funny. Do you have a lot of work lined up? Do you have to turn people away because you hear that all the time now? Geez, I got this, need this done, and I can't find a contractor. So you're doing okay.
It took off way more than I expected it to, which is great.
Yeah.
You know, it truly has been a game changer for my family.
Sure.
I did just turn down a large deck because I want to work with people that I know and trust. I don't want to just have Joe Blow carpenter off the street that will do the job.
Yeah.
But I want to trust their work. I want
Sure.
to know that they're
your
gonna
name's
show up.
back at it. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I want to know that they're going to show up. They're going to show up on time and come in and get the job done. So I did recently turn down a big job.
Yeah.
Because it just, I said, I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. It's not fair to customers.
My deck needs some work, and my wife has been hounding me about it. I got to get it done quick here. So,
I always look at decks because there's a lot of do-it-yourselfers that build decks,
100%.
and I've seen stringers like strung up with sheetrock screws, and like just
Right.
like that. The sheer strength of a sheetrock screw is nothing. Like, no wonder people
and see
fall off
mine.
decks collapse.
Mine was original cedar 2x. Not decking or anything like that. It's a log house. So what I did was I added 12 feet. So part of it's got roof over it, and then the rest doesn't. But I took all the rail and everything, and I reused it, just moved it all. But a lot of that stuff, it's getting old. The house is 40-some years old, so a lot of I need to replace like maybe 10 or so boards and re-stain. But I just got to get the gumption to do it. And then when you go look at cedar prices. 2x.
almost pass out.
My God.
Yeah.
Yeah. I almost think about just putting deck board over the whole damn thing and just call it good. But
the other thing I think is funny with decks is, the 4x4 posts, and then they cut 3/4 of it out to put it up along the side.
Right,
Then they bolted them like you just took away the majority of the strength.
Yep.
If I leave that thing, it would snap off.
Yep.
It's just,
Yeah, some of them are pretty sketchy. I saw a deck last summer. I won't even walk on it. I was like, there's no way I'm going on this deck. It's like...
Well, mine's not that bad, but...
I heard a rumor if you want your deck to look bigger, to trim the shrubs around it.
Oh, wow.
Probably makes...
Nice parlay. I mean, in theory, it sounds great.
That makes sense. There we go. That does make sense. But I did like the half-cut thing like you're talking about. But what killed me, I had a pup that I kept tied to a cable for a while. And that cable did a lot of damage to my 4x4s.
Yeah.
Getting caught up and around there and all of that. But anyway, I'll get her done one of these years. Work on it.
I mean, between your knees and your elbows, and your neck,
You might want to call your spare wife.
Yeah.
I might have to. Have my wife call my spare wife.
Yeah. You know what? The wives that are sick of asking their husbands to do projects.
Absolutely.
That is my wheelhouse.
Oh, I bet. I bet it is. I bet. Oh, don't worry about it. I called somebody.
Yeah, right.
You know, jeez.
And I got a woman to do it.
Yeah,
Right?
well,
I'm sure
yeah.
that's,
Well, and you know what? I wouldn't have a problem with that.
No.
Now, if some Rico, whatever bronze god came up and said, I'm your new contractor, I'd probably say, no, you're not.
To kind of go off of that woman concept, going into business, I was nervous about being a woman in the contractor field, a very male-dominated field. It is. The feedback and support from customers, friends, just the community in general has been outstanding. It truly is.
Around Grand Forks, I'm seeing it a lot. More women working for contractors. You're seeing it more and more all the time. And a lot of it, I think, has to do with, like you said, what's your degree in? Early childhood development?
Right, yeah.
And people are doing this, and they're going to college, and then they end up not doing that.
Yeah.
And they're finding out that, you know what, being a contractor is not that bad.
No.
You know, all these kind of contractor, plumber, electrician, whatever, go to a trade school. You don't even have to do that. Learn. Find somebody and learn and get your license and go.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I got like a cute little 24-year-old client, and she used to be a counselor. And she's like, I was sick of listening to other people's problems. You know what I mean? And now she's looking at buying investment properties. I'm like, what are you doing now? She's like, I'm drive a 26-foot box truck and deliver auto parts around the area.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, well,
What a change.
All right. Hey, yeah. It's quite
whatever tickles your fancy, right?
Yeah.
Finding your happiness is,
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
crucial in life.
Like, I just
Absolutely.
get the cruise on the road and, do whatever.
Yeah,
Hey,
nice.
go for it.
Wow. All right, small business spotlight. You do a great job with this, by the way.
I try and bring in people that, one, I trust, that are going to do good work for my clients.
Because your name, again, is backing her name, which
Yep.
is,
and just get them out and hopefully real estate related. You know what I mean? Like,
sure,
hey,
sure.
Yeah,
she's
for sure.
she's gonna help my clients, and I can help them sell their house for more, and it's a win-win.
Yeah.
All right.
I have worked for quite a few agents as, the last minute appraisal came in and we have to do this.
And that's got to be
get it
nice.
closed. Yeah.
Again, it's somebody they can trust
Right.
and somebody they know that's going to get the job done.
Yep.
So, it's too bad all agents are calling her, but that's good to have in your back pocket, though, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. If somebody wants to get a hold of you, Casey, with Spare Wife, how do they get a hold of you?
Well, obviously, I'm on social media. I have a website, sparewife.co, not .com.
Okay.
That can get a little confusing from time to time.
.co, okay.
Yep. My phone number is online.
Okay.
Google Business. Shoot me a text, phone call, whatever you want to do.
You can
All right.
give out your phone number now too, if you want.
Yeah. So my business line is 701-581-7075. And you can text, call.
Nice.
And I don't really have office hours. I just kind of answer.
Yeah. Somebody calls you, you answer.
Yeah.
All right.
You're like a realtor.
There you go. 24/7, right?
Yeah.
Somebody wants to get a hold of a realty expert like Adam Helgeson. How do they do that?
The best way is my cell, which is 701-317-1750. You can check out the website, homesbyhelgeson.com, or call any of us real estate experts at Berkshire Hathaway at 701-746-0303.
Awesome. Hey, good luck in your golf tournament today.
I don't need luck. I got skill.
Okay. And you got a nice shirt.
Thank you.
That's pretty.
Drive
Hey,
safe.
You look the part, you play the part.
There you
All
go. Okay. We'll talk to you Friday morning.
right? Sounds good.
All right. There you go. Small Business Spotlight featuring Spare Wife, Casey Norby. Berkshire Hathaway bi-weekly podcast with realty expert Adam Helgeson. We'll be back again Friday morning, 10 o'clock.